Okay, this will just be a quick video going over some of the basic settings on the Vive leg compression pump. Right now I have the device powered off. I'll just go ahead and power it on here. Okay, once it's done beeping, there we go. Now it's powered on. Right now you've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 positions powered on. I just deactivated one there. Press 1, turn that one back on. You can deactivate or reactivate any setting you want. You've got your intensity settings here. You can go stronger all the way up to 250 psi. Actually, it's mmHg, sorry. Or all the way down to only 30. Set that there toward the middle. Hit your time settings, 10, 20, 30 minutes, pretty self-explanatory. And the modes. The modes are going to be probably the one setting that you'll be adjusting the most often. In A mode, what it'll do is it'll only inflate one chamber at a time, sort of one stage at a time. So it'll start here at number 1, it'll inflate number 1, and then it'll deflate number 1 and inflate number 2. And then so on as you go up through the positions. For B, if I were to set it to B, with each activated position here, it'll start by inflating 1. Then, without deflating number 1, it'll inflate number 2, and then number 3, and then number 4. So all of these will stay inflated as they go, and then they'll all deflate, and then it'll sort of restart again from 1, and then it'll add 2, and then it'll add 3, and then it'll add 4. So unlike mode A, which only allows one set of air chambers to be inflated at a time, either 1 or 2, mode B is 1 and 2 and 3 and so on. Mode C is really just the sort of the massage setting. What it'll do is it'll start, of course, with 1 unless 1 is deflated, deactivated. Then it'll start with 2. What it'll do is it'll go 1 and 3. They'll inflate at the same time, and then 2 and 4. So 1 and 3 will inflate and then deflate. 2 and 4 will inflate and then deflate, and it'll restart. And that's really just for a post-workout massage. It's really sort of the comfort setting. It isn't intended to treat lymphedema or anything like that. The most common setting I find customers using is the B setting. It is the best for lymphedema, as doctors would recommend. So right now what I'll do, I'll just start this up. So right now you'll see 1 and 3 are blinking. I have it in mode C. About halfway through this, because it only basically works in 2 stages, 1 and 3 and then 2 and 4. Halfway through it'll revert to 2 and 4. Stop that, we'll go over to B. Let's make sure we reactivate all of those. If you have it in one mode and you turn a position off, what it'll do is it'll keep that position off if you change modes. So always make sure to reset all the settings whenever you move on to a new mode. Let's go to 20 minutes and start. And what you'll see is number 1 here will be blinking. As time goes, 2 will start blinking, but 1 will continue to blink because 1 is being inflated. Pause there. And we'll just show you. Mode A. Now in mode A, with number 1 blinking, because it always starts from the toe and moves up the leg, 1 will blink for several minutes, and then it'll move on to 2. 1 will stay permanently lit up, and then 2 will start to blink, and that's how you'll know that that mode's running. That's really about it as far as adjusting the settings. Pressure can be adjusted while the device is running. Pressure doesn't have to be adjusted with the device off or before the actual mode has been started. And anytime you want to pause it, you just hit that. That stops the timer.